Right now, the F-35 fighter jet is now in Madison. We're live at Truex Field with the latest on today's event. Also, how Rock County is looking to provide solar energy to more people in the area without the expensive installation. And later, students from all over Wisconsin are gathering in Madison in preparation to show off their STEM skills. You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Well, the wait is over at Truex Field after being picked by the Air Force to house the F-35A Lightning II jet back in 2020. Today, the first of those jets finally arrived. The F-35, of course, has been a major topic of discussion in the Madison area, with some people worried about an increase in noise levels and the environmental impact. We have team coverage live at Truex Field for today's historic event. Let's first start with Arman Rahman. Arman?
Yeah, Eric, as the first jet landed here, obviously the noise of its thrusters drowned a lot out. But even with earplugs in, I could still hear cheers from the airmen, crew members, and family and friends excited to welcome those pilots back home. Now, these $100 million jets replace the F-16s, which were built in the late 80s. According to the head of Wisconsin's National Guard, they have advanced weapons and stealth technology that will be deployed to serve not just the state, but federal missions.
It really is a pivotal moment in our history, both as a state and a nation, in terms of threats to our nation, such as the emerging threat of China. And we in Wisconsin will be on the cutting edge of defending our state and nation.
Now, Wisconsin is the second state to house the F-35s and is part of a fleet of 900 across the nation. Now, while Colonel Bart Van Roo called today, quote, one of the most exciting in fighter wing history, not everyone in Madison felt that way. Catherine Merck caught up with some protesters on the day of the jet's arrival. Catherine?
Armand, there's been 7 years of controversy surrounding the F-35 jets coming to Madison. Back in June 2016, Truex Field was chosen as one of 18 National Guard bases to be considered as a spot for the jets. Since then, there's been back and forth on legislation aiming to stop the jets, citing environmental and socioeconomic location issues for city residents. Ultimately, in April 2020, the decision officially went through, and that's something some of the neighbors on the north and east side weren't happy with.
They have problems already, and that this is only increasing and lowering the quality of life for everybody on the north side of Madison.
I don't know anybody living around here who's excited about the jets.
You can still find some neighbors with these signs up in their yard from the group Safe Skies, Clean Water. It's been actively against bringing these jets to the area. We have an interactive timeline of the history of the controversy of these jets in Madison. That's on our website right now at channel3000.com. Reporting live from Truex Field, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
All right, Catherine, Armand, thank you. To continuing coverage now on a suspected homicide in Madison that happened yesterday. Authorities believe a person of interest has now left the country with his and the victim's child. 37-year-old Jose Duenas-Quinones is not being labeled as a suspect in the case. With help from the FBI, police have since determined he left the country, but did not say where the two may have gone. Police were still looking to speak with him. Meanwhile, the 43-year-old woman was found dead at a business in the 1300 block of Midvale Boulevard yesterday about 4 in the afternoon. Her cause of death has not yet been released. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow. A criminal complaint alleges a woman charged in a fatal hit and run on Schrader Road took drugs before that crash. Earlier this month, police identified the woman as 21-year-old Tiambra Walker. They say she was driving this car when she hit 66-year-old Stephen Fleck and his dog back in February. Both Fleck and his dog died in that crash. A woman who was allegedly in the car with Walker that day told police the two had taken the painkiller Percocet before the crash. A warrant for Walker's arrest was issued last week. Time now to check your first warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, skies are still mostly cloudy, but every once in a while you can see some sunshine off to the west as the clouds start to break up and will clear out overnight. But you can see visible cloud track. Most of the clouds are kind of centered right over Wisconsin. You go just out to the west, much of Minnesota and Iowa were clear, and it was partly sunny across northern Illinois. But high-resolution radar doesn't show much in the way of precipitation. There were a few sprinkles earlier that were just too light to even be detected by radar. High temperatures today, though, held down because of the cloud cover. Only 46 in Madison so far. Temperatures mainly in the 40s across southern Wisconsin. A few places out toward the Mississippi River were around 50 degrees. Current temperatures are in the mid to upper 40s across most of southern Wisconsin. Madison still at 46. It's 47 right now in Stoughton, 48 degrees in Cross Plains, and 47 in Perry. Look for skies to gradually become mostly clear as we head toward the latter part of the evening. Temperatures will drop off to about 40 degrees. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast. It does include a warm-up, but unfortunately, the mild weather is going to last for long.
Gary, thank you. A Missouri man already in prison for life for killing two Wisconsin brothers has been sentenced to more than 30 additional years. Garland Joseph Nelson was sentenced yesterday to 32 additional years in prison, also ordered to pay $261,000 in restitution for defrauding Justin and Nicholas Diemel of Wisconsin out of their livestock. In September, Nelson pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of the brothers who were from Shawano County. He was sentenced to life without parole. In 2019, the Diemels were reported missing after they didn't return from a visit to Nelson's farm. They had gone to collect a $250,000 debt. Prosecutors say Nelson shot the brothers and drove their pickup truck off his farm. He told authorities he put the men's bodies in 55-gallon barrels and burned them. Federal prosecutors said Nelson tried to cover up the cattle fraud scheme by killing the brothers. Cash bond set for a Janesville man charged in a deadly crash on Sunday. Mark McCoy charged with homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle and 3 counts of felony bail jumping. Those charges against McCoy stem from a head-on crash that Rock County Sheriff's deputies say left a 54-year-old Janesville woman dead. His bond was set at $100,000. As a condition of his bond, McCoy is barred from driving and must maintain absolute sobriety. The Wisconsin State Patrol will be monitoring traffic from the skies this week over Dane County. Aerial enforcement is planned for tomorrow along Interstate 3990. Officials say it is easier to spot aggressive drivers and speeders from the air. The State Patrol has 5 days of aerial enforcement planned for this week. It is a way to bring solar energy to more people without the trouble of a pricey installation, and it's gaining some momentum in Wisconsin. Tahliel Modine has the details of what this looks like in Janesville. Tahliel?
Eric, 2 years ago, the Rock County Board passed a resolution to be carbon neutral by 2050. Ever since, they've been looking for cost-effective ways to make that happen. Now partnering with Alliant, county leaders say they found it.
It doesn't look like much just yet, but pretty soon,
that'll be 2.25 megawatts.
This field in Janesville will have enough energy to power 1,800 homes.
This is an opportunity for us to do all that work for you, and then you can still get the benefits.
It's a push by Alliant to bring renewable energy to more customers, following their success with a community solar garden in Fond du Lac.
They had all their blocks sold before they even got it built. That was kind of a selling point to me.
The 2.25 megawatt project's goal is to bring solar energy to people who live in apartments, can't afford to privately install panels, or simply don't have enough space on their roofs. 9,000 blocks will be available for sale at $337 a piece to allow customers to offset their energy use.
By partnering with Alliant gave me as a county entity the ability to construct it and still make it cost effective.
Alliant handles the initial install, maintenance, and operation for 20 years, the project's duration. To go 100% green, the average Wisconsinite would need 18 solar blocks, a total cost of about $6,000.
Groundbreaking for the community solar garden begins this fall. The project is expected to be fully operational by the end of 2024.
Tahliel, thank you. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services is awarding grants to county and tribal agencies statewide in an effort to fight opioid and stimulant abuse. $8 million was awarded to 3 tribal nations and 22 counties, including multiple counties in south central Wisconsin, among them Dane County, Rock County, and the Ho-Chunk Nation. The funding is designed to connect people with treatments such as FDA-approved medications, therapy, and other recovery support. DHS officials said awards were based on level of need and services provided by each tribal nation and county. When we come back, construction of a new building on the UW-Madison campus gets underway. Plus, a new greenhouse is giving the Dane County community a better chance to connect with nature. We're back after this.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Create your dream bathroom with Sterling tubs and showers that fit your style and budget. Like the Sterling Ensemble Tub and Shower. Its durable high-gloss finish provides lasting beauty. Get one for $639.99 after 11% off. Finish the renovation with new flooring. This stylish Palmero waterproof vinyl plank flooring is durable and easy to maintain. On sale for just 99 cents per square foot after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, People on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. UW-Madison breaking ground today for a new School of Computer, Data, Information Sciences building. The 7-story building at the corner of University and Charter includes classroom space with as many as 1,100 seats and a learning center to help all students, especially those just beginning to develop their computing and data skills. CDIS now includes the campus's fastest growing major, which is data science, the largest major, computer sciences, and the newest major, information science.
This is a building for our students now and for our students of future generations. With its remarkable design, it invites and welcomes students in. It provides a built environment that encourages collaboration and innovation and excellence in the learning environment.
The $260 million project is funded entirely through private donations. A new educational greenhouse is now open at the Dane County Extension, teaching gardening at its headquarters on the city's Far East Side. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi cut the ribbon on the new facility today with Dane County Extension staff and volunteers. They are already putting the 18-foot by 36-foot greenhouse to use by starting seedlings to give community members a real-life experience in gardening.
In addition to housing the plants to support the teaching garden, it will serve as a year-round learning laboratory for youth and adults, and will also house the Plant Dane Project, who will be using the greenhouse to produce native plant seedlings for our community.
Organizations will also use the new space to advance their own agriculture and prairie projects in the Dane County area. Still ahead with Aaron Rodgers heading to New York. See how one Packer fan is taking that news. Plus, with a shot at nationals in sight, hundreds of Wisconsin students are getting ready to show their best work in a variety of competitions. Plus, when can we expect these temperatures to finally warm up for good? Well, Gary has your complete forecast. He'll have the latest after the break.
Mad City, a division of Renewity, the local service you deserve, now backed by unmatched national strength. We are Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. And now we're looking for 50 homeowners who need new windows. Receive special savings on new Eco Sky windows featuring Sky Mirror technology. And with Mad City's price lock guarantee, once you receive a free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. Be one of 50 homeowners who call now and receive free installation on a house full of new windows with no interest and no payments until 2025. Senior military discounts plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-338-1616, 608-338-1616.
Trust your feet to Morgan's Shoes.
Birkenstock ushers in a new collection with clean lines, easier than ever closures, and the most necessary footbed in your closet. Slide into Morgan's Shoes and shop our new Birkenstock arrivals. See what's fresh for spring and summer. Birkenstock platforms and wedges, cork-powered sneakers, or up your game with our iconic men's and women's sandals.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes, Hilldale.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
An event showcasing the best and the brightest of our state's students, the Wisconsin Skills USA organization is holding its 50th annual competition beginning today and running through tomorrow. Our Kyle Pazorski checked out how the event gives students a chance to show off what they know in STEM. Kyle?
Well, Eric, more than 1,400 students have converged on the Alliant Energy Center to compete in more than 80 categories, which include pretty much anything that involves your hands.
This is
The 2023 Skills USA State Competition kicked off Tuesday at the Alliant Energy Center, marking 50 years of competition in Wisconsin.
We've got middle school students, high school students, and post-secondary students that are showing off their skills.
Tom Wozniak says this year, more than 1,400 students from around the state are competing in categories like carpentry, cosmetology, and welding.
And they're showcasing these skills amongst each other to see who the best is in the state.
Wisconsin's manufacturing and construction sectors have grown by over 40,000 workers in the past decade, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Because of this, they say it's important to have an organization which teaches the next generation of workers.
In our economy right now, when we start taking a look at manufacturing, this is a growing part of our, career and technical education. There's huge manufacturing jobs that are out there. We want to bring those manufacturing jobs back into the United States, and it starts here.
He says that besides getting the experience of competing,
I may not be the best athlete, out on the court or out on the field, but man, I can swing a hammer and I can put something together and build something.
Students also learn that there is a place for them.
It is just an unbelievable sight.
The students who take first place in their categories will go on to compete in the national championships held during June in Atlanta. The main day of competition begins tomorrow, running from 7:30 to 4.
Kyle, thank you. Well, check out this drone video from Hudson, Wisconsin. It shows flooding along the St. Croix River near the Minnesota state line. You can see the water partially submerging the benches and the trees there. A flood warning remains in effect for that area. Our temperatures staying cool. Brief warm up on the horizon. Gary's got more details.
Yeah, we certainly don't need any more rain. And fortunately, the next couple of days will be dry, but you can see flood warnings in effect for the entire Mississippi River in Wisconsin into the Twin Cities, the St. Croix River up around Hudson, also under a flood warning. Moderate to major flooding expected there. The good news is the Wisconsin River flood warning has now been canceled as the levels have dropped a little bit there. Any additional rainfall, though, could bring that back up. Also, Highway 82 crossing over the Mississippi River in Lansing is closed, so that requires a detour either to La Crosse or Prairie du Chien. There are a couple other road closures around parts of southwestern Wisconsin because of the high water, but you can see flooding still on the Wolf River in northeastern Wisconsin, the Red River in North Dakota, the Missouri River in South Dakota, so a lot of areas don't want any more rain. And the future track precipitation totals actually look pretty good. Generally about 1/4 to 1/2 inch over southern Wisconsin. This computer model has the heavier rains up to the north and far northern Wisconsin. That does bear some watching because some of that moisture will eventually work its way into the rivers and start heading southward again after a couple of days. The other future track computer model has the heavier rains a little farther south into parts of northern Illinois. 3 things you need to know. Look for dry weather for tomorrow, Thursday, and probably most of Friday as well. It will be mild by Thursday and Friday with highs in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, a little warmer than today, probably mid-50s for highs, but then the showers come back for the weekend into the early part of next week, and the clouds and the showers drop those temperatures right back into the upper 40s and the lower to middle 50s. Look at the high temperature trend. Tomorrow, a little warmer than today, then into the 60s for Thursday and Friday, and then right back down into the 40s and 50s all the way through the middle part of next week. We'll have to wait until Thursday and Friday of next week to see temperatures back in the 60s. The 8 to 14-day temperature outlook still calls for below normal temperatures through much of the eastern half of the country. Also, the southwest expected below normal. The only place with above normal temperatures expected to be near the Rockies, but from precipitation, again, we don't want a lot more in the way of moisture, and below normal precipitation expected over our part of the country, which is good, and that takes us through the 9th of May. Current temperatures in the 30s already in northern Wisconsin, mid-40s through much of the state because of the cloud cover. Once you start getting into the sunshine, temperatures get back into the 50s. A little wider perspective, though, shows temperatures are cool through the entire Midwest, even 40s across parts of Kansas, where a couple of days ago they were close to 90 degrees. The warmer weather's off the map to the south, and there's probably going to be some severe weather over parts of Texas and Oklahoma just off the map. In fact, some severe thunderstorms already starting to develop in the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles where there's more of that temperature contrast. But around here, the upper level winds from the northwest mean colder than normal temperatures, but it also means relatively dry conditions. High pressure up to the north, just kind of pushing that cold air south to this warm cold front here that becomes stationary and then eventually turns into a warm front farther out to the west. And once that front moves back northward, we'll see our temperatures rebound a bit as we head toward the end of the week. Planning your night across Dane County, low of 30 in Stoughton, 32 in Dalyville, and 30 in Verona, with skies becoming mostly clear overnight. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, temperatures right around 30, 30 in Wautoma and Fond du Lac, and also in Baraboo. For tomorrow, look for partly sunny skies, a little milder than today. High temperature back up at 55. That's still about 6 to 7 degrees below normal, but our first warned 7 to 10 day forecast brings us back in the 60s for Thursday and Friday. Shower chances start to arrive late Friday afternoon into Friday night. Saturday, showers are likely. Highs mid-50s. Those showers could even mix with snow Sunday night into early Monday morning, and then again Monday night into early Tuesday morning. Once the clouds start clearing out, though, our temperatures rebound back into the upper 60s by the end of next week.
Gary, thank you. After the reported trade to the Jets yesterday, at least one Green Bay resident is over Aaron Rodgers. Artist Bo Thomas had painted this tribute to the quarterback in downtown Green Bay, but following yesterday's announcement that Rodgers is indeed headed to the New York Jets, Bo decided it was time for a change for his art installation. No word yet on what he plans to eventually replace the Rodgers tribute space with. Zach?
And coming up in sports, Jimmy Butler put the heat on his back and beat the Bucks in a critical Game 4. The mindset for the Deer moving forward. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Damaged or ill-fitting windows allow air to enter your home, resulting in higher energy bills. So call Mad City Windows for new Eco Sky windows, 114% more airtight than the average window. 50 homeowners who call now will receive free installation on a house full of new windows. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program. You get a free $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care. A framework for living well. Windows to take in the beautiful future. And it's crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living. Built with the help of angels.
Join the Circle of Life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
Transform your yard into something you can be proud of. From initial design to complete finished installation, Maple Leaf will design a yard that'll be the envy of the neighborhood. Maple Leaf Landscaping, your year-round property care specialists. Just look for the orange leaf.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet of Baraboo's grand reopening event this Thursday through Saturday. Join us for huge store-wide savings in every department. Enter daily for your chance to win over $10,000 worth of gift cards and prizes. Test a variety of new Milwaukee and DeWalt power tools and catch daily on-site demos from experts in pet, ag, automotive, and more. Don't miss Blaine's Farm and Fleet of Baraboo's grand reopening event starting this Thursday.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Find out what factors drive the decision to open and close the Beltline's flex lane. Get a look inside Wisconsin's nerve center that monitors and controls the flex lane and keeps an eye on roadways throughout the state. Thursday at 6.
Jimmy Butler lived up to his nickname, Playoff Jimmy, in last night's Game 4, literally willing the Heat to a win. The former Marquette star scored 56 points and was a big reason why the Bucks blew a 14-point lead in the fourth, and now we're on the brink of elimination. The only way Milwaukee can advance to the second round, win 3 straight games, and that, as the Bucks stated after the game, starts with winning on Wednesday.
The only way we keep playing is if we win. So you can't think ahead because that's not possible if you don't win that instead.
I think we all understand that, and you have to have that mindset of one at a time because that's the way it works. You know, you can't go out there and win 3 at once. You know, it's the way it is. It's a simple observation, but, you know, we're forced to approach it that way because that's the way it works.
40 days after Aaron Rodgers went on the Pat McAfee show and stated that he intends to play for the Jets, the trade is done. He'll be introduced tomorrow afternoon. So that means the Packers have officially handed over the keys of the franchise to Jordan Love. And Brian Gutekunst pretty eager to see Love put the team in drive.
I just think, you know, as we move forward, we're really excited where Jordan can go. He needs to play. And having him sit another year, I think, would have really delayed kind of, where we're going and what we're trying to build.
Meanwhile, Jets GM Joe Douglas shared a similar feeling for his team's new quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, calling the trade historic for the franchise. Now, Rodgers said he wants to play for a team that wants him, and it's easy to see just how much the Jets want number 12 in their building.
Aaron's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play this game, and to have an opportunity to add a player of that caliber. You're always gonna look into it and how it fits within our culture, within our team.
Wisconsin softball taking on Minnesota in a doubleheader. Game 1, not the best for the Badgers, especially in the second. Gophers scored 5 runs in the inning. They'd go on to shut out UW. 9-0 was the final. Badgers also lost Game 2, 7-0. Kind of need a win.
You're talking about
just the entire state. Yeah. We just need a win right now.
Yes, the Brewers play the Tigers tonight. That should be easy. Hopefully. But they lost last night, so it's been a rough start to the week. Gary, forecast. Can we get some sun, some 70s?
Yeah, well,
maybe?
Take a look at the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. A little bit of sunshine out there. The Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam. The clouds breaking up a little bit more out there, and temperature is actually a little warmer over parts of southwestern Wisconsin. High-resolution radar. Nothing out there right now. You can see current temperatures, 49 in Platteville, 50 in Boscobel, but Madison at 46, and then closer to Lake Michigan, only 40 in Manitowoc, 41 in Sheboygan. Here in Dane County, temperatures ranging from 46 in Sun Prairie and Waunakee to 47 in Belleville, 46 in Mount Horeb. Look for skies to gradually start clearing out later on tonight, but mostly cloudy through much of the evening. Temperatures dropping to around 40 by late evening.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Have a great evening. We will be back here tonight at 10.